All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So, Leona, our last speaker of the day, an incredible healer with a diverse background, an amazing experiences. She's traveled the world, learned so much from so many different places. She has a world of wealth to share. I will give you the floor, Leona. Tell us a bit about yourself and take us on a journey.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Beautiful souls, I see you. And I see all of you seeing me, and that's one of the most powerful things is witnessing. And that's what's so amazing to have camera to camera, eye to eye, is to witness each other in this healing. So hello, beautiful souls. My name is Leona Douglass, the founder of Empowering Wellness. And my website is empoweringwellness.me because it's all about you empowering your health and wellness. I've spent over 20 years in the health and wellness industry as a sports medicine professional, degree in athletic training, ACE certified personal trainer, licensed massage therapist, advanced facial stretch practitioner, certified sound healer, shamanic energy healer, and a spiritual life coach. I blend theta healing, Reiki, somatic energy release, root cause coaching, NLP, chakra balancing, and quantum frequency work, amongst other modalities, about 14 plus certifications to help people move out of survival mode back into their power, to be unstoppable. And my purpose, it's simple, is to help you stop surviving and start living from the deepest and most aligned version of you, who you truly are, the highest and best version of you. And when I work with my clients, I always ask, what is in your highest and best? And that's what we really anchor. We really get your intuition and you to be empowered, to really know what is in the highest and best. So a fun fact is I love to travel, is an absolute passion of mine. I have been to 107 countries, hence why my passion is creating destination wellness retreats, because it combines the wellness and healing together plus travel. So you want to make sure that you keep an eye open for next summer of 2026, for a retreat on a private yacht around the Croatian islands. I used to work on cruise ships, private and charter yachts, taught English abroad. I have done many things in my lifetime, but one of my absolute favorite things is being on the water. As a Cancer sign, coming from the sunshine state of Florida, my dad raised me on a sailboat. It was not going to be a surprise when I decided that I would travel the world on boats and ships and yachts to be able to see majority of the world through water. And so speaking of yachts, traveling in ships, when I worked on those cruise ships, there's so many different aspects of working on ships and all the different interactions and people on deck and the ocean and all the elements. Well, I want you to think of this analogy of a ship. All right. If your conscious mind is the captain of your ship, then your subconscious mind is the entire ocean beneath it. The tides, the currents, the unseen forces, shaping where you go, even when you think you're in control. But your subconscious isn't just the water. It's made of 4 elements working inside of you. Water, your emotions and intuitions. Like Sylvia talked about in the beginning, the emotions, that's that water, that's that intuition. Those are the feelings. That's where we tap into that water element. We have our air element, your thoughts and your breath. We've all talked about breathing. I always say breath is your superpower. That's the element within. We're talking today, we're using the element of breath and air to communicate, to talk, to connect. Then there's the element of fire. Fire are your reactions, your impulses, and your passion. What are you passionate about? Think about that. Really, what lights your fire? What ignites you? What helps you wake up in the morning and going, man, this is my purpose, I'm driven. Think about that passion and put that into the chat. What are you passionate about? For me, it's traveling. For me, to see new places, experience new cultures, to try new foods and wines and have an experience where I get to something takes my breath away in a moment, right? Where you get to see something new, feel something different. That's what I'm passionate about. That's why travel lights me up. That's why for me, retreats light me up, because I get to take people on a transformational journey inside, but then have an external experience that ignites all the senses. And we really get to tap into all the elements. And the final element that we're going to tap into is earth. That's your grounding. That's your safety and stability. Think about any time I do a session, we always start off with bringing your grounding cords down into Mother Earth, to Pachamama, to Gaia, because we need to ground ourselves and then we need to connect, because that's how energy flows. Where our focus goes, our energy flows. And so that allows you to really be able to tap in to any session that we first work off is in that grounding. So we tap into those 4 elements in each one of my sessions, because you truly want to embody those elements within. And most people, unfortunately, they try to fix their lives for rearranging the things on a deck. So think about the cruise ship. You got all the decks, all the chairs, all the tables. People think about, okay, let me rearrange these things on the decks. That's like forcing your mindset shifts. That's like changing habits or just pushing through, right? They're just pushing stuff around the deck, right? They're not doing anything. They're just moving it, right? That's where we get a lot of like, just moving it or reframing it, right? So, but for real transformation, it happens when you rebalance the elements within you and calm the ocean below the surface. So remember, today is all about self. It's about you. It has to start with you first. It's all about you to create that bigger shifts, because that is where your beliefs lives, is below that surface and that unconscious mind. That is where your nervous system decides if you're safe. And that is where your soul speaks before your mind even catches up. So one of the most powerful tools that I use, and I use a very multimodality approach to all of my clients. The reason I have 14 plus certifications, because I love grabbing all the tools in the toolbox when my clients need them. And one of my most powerful tools, and why I use ThetaHealing and why it's so powerful, is because Theta is a deep meditative brainwave state, that same state where your subconscious beliefs are formed. It's where your mind becomes open, receptive, and able to release old programming. So we've been all talking about this inner dialogue, this inner critic, this inner voice, right? Well, that's where we have to get into, is releasing those old programs. I gently guide my clients into a theta state brainwave through many different techniques: breath work, energy grounding, visualization, and energy clearing techniques. So healing happens at the level the conscious mind can't even reach. So this isn't about thinking positive, it's about rewiring the source, right? The true source inside. And you think about source is like that heart and brain connection, that coherence that we want to have, that frequency. We want to be in that state of being in order to make those changes. So when I guide my clients to the 7th plane of love and light energy, I do that to do the powerful energy work there. And that's where true transformation happens. But let's first talk about the planes of existence. So did you guys know that there are 7 planes of existence? Put in yes or no into the chat. Did you know there are 7 planes of existence? So there are 7 main energetic planes of existence that we consciously move through. So the first plane of existence is the mineral plane. That's the physical matter. So think about, for us beautiful woo-woo healer people, those are all your crystals, your rocks, right? Like that mineral matter. That's our first plane of existence. The second is the elemental plane. That is nature and elemental energy. So think about your plants, your trees, right? That's why we feel so good out in nature, right? We talked about that with Rebecca, how she felt so great being outside, right? Because we're connecting to that elemental plane. We're getting that energy and frequency and vibrations from the ground, from Mother Earth. We're creating that energy and the vibration there. Then we have the human plane, this earthly life, right? Us, and we call it our 3D world, right? That's why it's the 3rd plane, and we call it our 3D world, is because that's really the 3rd dimension that we're living. This is our 3rd dimensional body. We are human beings having a human being experience. Remember, we are not human doers. We're human beings. We have to remember to be. All the time we get to forget that sometimes, and we have to remember we're not human doers just doing the things, but we're human beings. So we're being in the moment. So that's our third plane. Our fourth is the spirit plane. That's where our ancestors and our guide lives, in that beautiful spirit plane. Then the fifth plane of existence is the angelic plane. That's where divine light beings are. That's your Archangel Michael and Raphael. That's in that fifth plane. Then we go up through the planes of existence into the sixth plane, which is where the laws of the universe are. That's the law plane. That's universal frequency, sacred law. When I talked in the beginning about witnessing, there's the law of witnessing, of seeing each other. That's where law of attraction comes in. That's where law of abundance, a law of prosperity, that all lives in the laws of the sixth plane. So when I travel people up, we go through all these planes to then reach the seventh plane. The seventh plane is where creator of all that is. That's the creator plane. That's where pure source unconditional love lives. So theta healing is a brainwave and a state. It does not have anything to do with religious beliefs. So when we talk about creator of all that is, that could be your definition of God. It could be source. It could be love. It could be light. It's whatever you, in your view, your lens, sees that seventh plane and radiates with it. So I say creator of all that is because that's what resonates with me, with my internal soul. And so when I guide clients to the seventh plane, the healing becomes effortless. We don't force it. We're commanding and clearing, releasing and refilling with pure source light. That's why it's so powerful, because it reminds us that we are light and love, and that we tap into that pure source of light and love. This is where miracles feel normal. And yes, I have performed miracle healings with my clients. It has been amazing to witness and see those clients have those miracle transformations. Now, to get to that true healing, to get to the seventh plane, to guide them up there, I first have to do number one thing, which is to do the nervous system regulation. So before we do any of that deep work, we have to regulate the nervous system. Why? Because your body must feel safe before it can release. Safety is huge for healing. So some simple practices that I teach is the box breathing. So we talked about that a little bit. Jacques talked about that 4 breathing. Another one of my favorite breathing techniques is alternating nostril breathing. And the reason why that's one of my favorite techniques is because when you isolate each nostril, if you breathe in from the right side, you're actually stimulating your left hemisphere of your brain, left nostril, right hemisphere. So when you do the alternating breathing, and you can, I like to place one fingertip on my forehead and then close one nostril and then the other so that you're relaxed. Try it a little bit while we do this. Do inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, switch to the other nostril, 1, 2, 3, 4, out that nostril, 2, 3, 4, and then switch. So a full inhale and exhale through one nostril, and a full exhale, inhale and exhale out of the other nostril. So this literally is helping to balance out our brain, which if you're very active in that right brain, that doing, this is super key in order to then regulate it over to the left side, tap into that creativity, tap into that more energy calming, right? So these help ground your energy, calm your thoughts, and bring your body back into coherence. And yes, you will be receiving these in my free resources so that you can use them anytime, so that way you can be able to reflect back onto it. So that will be part, when you get my free link, you'll have a theta healing meditation plus a demonstration of that alternating nostril breath, because I want to make sure that you guys practice that to practice in balance, right? We need to embody the balance in our life, and we do that by acts of practicing meditation, practicing the breath work, right? That helps embody, it helps you get into your body to bring that nervous system down. So the top 3 transformational benefits of my work. What happens when we work together? Well, first of all, you get deep emotional and energetic clearing. That is releasing trauma, any hooks or cords or attachments from anybody else's energies or entities. We are going to clear out ancestral blocks, and limiting beliefs begin to clearly dissolve away. One of the second benefits is that mind, body, spirit recalibration. We have to recalibrate the state. If we're in this flight or fight state of being, we have to recalibrate into our rest and digest. And so that happens when our chakras realign, when our thoughts quiet, and when our body softens, then our clarity can return. And the third one is the spiritual alignment and activation. You connect to your higher self, and manifestations becomes natural, not forced. You can't force a manifestation to happen. You actually have to see and think and feel and be the person that it already is, that version of you that already has it. So in Theta Healing and also in Genius Unlocked Life Coaching, we call it a goal in the future, or we embody that thing. Sean and I actually went through the goal in the future with us and saw each other in leading this summit. A whole year ago, we put the goal in the future into us being this version of us leading this retreat. When I see myself leading this retreat in Croatia, right? I see myself on that sun deck. I see myself with the sun on my skin, the wind in the hair, the beautiful Croatian waters, just breathing it in. You feel yourself as we're doing these like yoga flow first thing in the morning. You feel the movement of your body. You start to feel the sweat going in. You feel the whole body being this version that is there in Croatia, doing yoga in the morning, then going downstairs and having a beautiful Mediterranean breakfast and fresh water to revitalize and give our body what it needs. You envision yourself being there. That's how manifestation works. You see it, you feel it, you believe it, you act as if it is already done, and then we bring in that gratitude. Creator of all that is, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. That is us. It is happening. I see Ellen with her book there leading classes. I see my other practitioners coming in there and sharing their geniuses, bringing together a truly transformational experience. And so that's how, when you work with me, that's how you become that new version of you. That's how we quantum leap to that new timeline. We collapse all the other timelines, all the other versions of you that are not serving you. We remove obstacles, paths are clear, and everything is going your way, because that's our birthright. Our birthright is to be in abundance. Our birthright is to be empowered. Our birthright is to be unstoppable. Our birthright is to live in the now, to feel that unstoppability and that energy. I want you to think about it. Put your hand onto your belly, that fire, right? That passion. Breathe into that solar plexus energy right into your belly here, and breathe in that passion and see yourself as this empowered version of you. In 2026, there is nothing that is going to stop you from being the highest and best version, because everything that you need is inside of you. You just might need a healer or a coach to get you there in order to truly tap into it, to feel it, to ignite that fire again, to have a remembrance. You need to remember who you are, and it is our birthright to be in this frequency. And that's what's so empowering about this summit, is getting these people together to live in their birthright, to live in their message, to live in their unstoppability. And so the coolest thing is when you get to upgrade to your VIP, you are going to get some amazing programs. We have 10 VIP guests that are speakers that are giving the gifts. And I'm one of those VIPs, and I'm going to give you a group healing experience like you have never experienced before. I'm going to walk you through what it looks like to be able to have that. So in the VIP group healing experience, it's going to be incredibly powerful. And I truly don't want you to miss this, because when we come together in a group healing, it magnifies the power, right? We empower each other, and that energy just builds. And it's called Soul Aligned Energy Mastery. Awaken and align on every level. We're going to do every level: language, lifetime, cell. We're going to activate it at a DNA level, and we're going to change those beliefs at a DNA level, because it is your birthright to have that remembrance. We're going to start our session off with intention setting and oracle card readings. That's when we really get to align with our heart's truth and divine guidance. We get to share our intentions with each other so that you can truly get to see and experience what you're wanting to get out of it. And then we're going to bring that card reading in to read the group, to bring the energy in. Then we're going to have guided breath work, where we're going to be opening our energy channels and clearing out stagnant and emotions and that energy that are no longer serving us. Then we're going to do that group theta healing experience where we're going to literally help release those subconscious blocks and reprogrammings in your mind for love, peace, and abundance. We're going to go through that journey to the 7th plane, and we're going to do it as a collective, and it's going to be super powerful. Some of my amazing clients and people on here have experienced one of my theta healings. They can tell you in the chats how powerful being in that theta brainwave is and how quick those releases and refills can happen. And then at the end, I'm going to be sending long distance Reiki transmission. It's going to be integrating higher vibrational of light for harmony, balance, and deep energetic healing. This session is perfect for you if you are ready to release emotional and energetic patterns that no longer serve you. We are taking them out. They're no longer serving you. We're going to rebalance your energy field and reconnect to your soul's truth. We're going to feel lighter, calmer, clearer, and more aligned with your divine purpose, your remembrance of truly who you are. And this live healing experience will be happening January 14th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It'll be live on Zoom, so you can tap in from anywhere in the world. And for those who are feeling called to go even deeper, I'm going to be having an opportunity to join my Wealth and Abundance Masterclass. It's going to be a transformational 6 weeks journey that includes 4 weeks of powerful group healing. We just talked about the reason why the power of the group is going to be so key. And then there's going to be 2 dedicated weeks to schedule private one-on-one healing sessions with me. And these private sessions are going to be with the somatic energy release and a theta healing that is going to be custom tailored specifically for your energy, your blocks, and your highest and best timeline. So for every session, it is designed for you and your highest healing, you and your highest expansion, and for you and your highest alignment. So if you feel the pull, trust it. Your next level is calling. Do you hear it? Are you ready to answer it? If you're ready to answer it, say yes in the chat, because I would truly be honored to walk this path with you. Let's be unstoppable together, because I'm not doing the healing, you are. I'm just facilitating and holding the space for you to empower yourself so that you can be unstoppable. Put yes in the chat if you are ready to be unstoppable together, because you can feel it, you can see it, you can already taste it, smell it, be it, feel it on every level and in every language and every lifetime that you are claiming your unstoppability now. And if you can feel that and see it and embody it, I want you to bring your hands to heart position and just feel the connection of the energy of all of us together. And I want you to warm up those hands, really, really warm them up. Feel the energy, feel the friction, create that heat, create that desire. And then I want to put it over your heart space, and I want you to seal it in. And as you take a deep breath in, you claim it. Yes, that it is already done, that I am unstoppable, that I'm saying yes to this amazing opportunity for healing and expansion and connection. And when I heal me, I'm going to create that ripple effect. Just say yes when you're claiming that and feeling it in. And know that the divine in me salutes and honors the divine of each and every one of you. And may peace be with you until we meet again. Aho and namaste. Light and love, my friends.